always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Badgers will kick it away to start us off. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
That's impressive. I'll tell you, the quarterback, of course, he's left-handed, but that time he's rolling to his right. So it's not easy to be accurate throwing when you're running that way, but nice throw to get that completion.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Badgers. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to go on top. Moving away from pressure.
Oh, my God.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
This offense has it with really good field position. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Wants to throw on third down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Buying some time. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped
Good
it.
fucking
He
defense.
just
Let's
lost his
go.
concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might be calling a hot route. They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They've got the screen set up. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Under fire. Running into the open space. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the big fullback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Release to the back. Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups. It's what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They go to the ground. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll run for it on third and short. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. And the Badgers are on the move. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown,
Wow, can't you get there?
The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, that's not the way this quarterback wanted to go. Obviously, when you're left-handed, you don't want to be going to your right. But a nice job using his fundamentals, getting his body.
I don't want to hear that shit right now. Leave me alone.
Play sheet. 3rd and long.
You talking about his best team. Ah, these niggas, yeah, they like it.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Unloads to the wide.
Bro, get the fuck.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offense.
Good shit.
He's picked off and he's
Oh,
thrown
watch
a
your
dozen
fall.
of them.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. The give out of the gun. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
They'll run the toss. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The throw.
Wow.
It is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. It's complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the
Pitch
net,
the ball,
isn't it, David?
bro.
Just get a
Damn, pitch the
completion
ball.
to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Now, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open. Nope.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Looking for more room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
How great has this linebacker been in coverage these last 2 games now? That's now his 3rd interception in 2 games. He had 2 last week. First interception in this game on the opening drive. He's not only good against the run, he's not only good rushing the passer, but this guy is a monster in coverage.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Snowed under by the defense.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll pull it down and run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Complete to the right. Oh, out of space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
The offense hasn't been able to get it done on 4th down. 0 for 2 so far. They'll try to turn that around here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking to throw on first down. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got it. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The Badgers in the hurry up. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Puts it out of the air. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Takes the easy one to the back. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. This one's complete. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He's got his man. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
From the gun, give on the inside. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Hey, 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the 1st down.
And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Badgers! And they take it in for 6 more points. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that 4th down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Well, the running back really lucky. He jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Here's a hit. Hit as he throws. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Good timing on the quick out. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back.
Got some room, entered to the goal line, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He is putting the Badgers on his back. Reminds me of games we called when Russell Wilson was at the helm.
Yeah, and I know Wisconsin fans get jacked up when they get great quarterback play. They don't get it very often. They don't get the explosive numbers with this offense. But this dude, he's putting on a show, and I guarantee you they are jumping around.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete to the left. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll pull it down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
The #1 key for this defense coming into this game was finding a way to stop this quarterback from running the football. And guys, they have not done a good job of that early in this game. He has been able to get out of the pocket, whether it's been designed runs or scrambles like on what we just saw. The defense has got to start changing it up. They need to spy him more, I think, moving forward.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Pressure coming. He tried to buy some time, and the defense was not having it.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the run, deep down the right side. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. He'll try to tack on one more. Seriously, what do you do against this guy? He is everything you want in a quarterback.
And you can prepare for him all week, and you can put a wide receiver and quarterback to be scout team, but you just can't replicate a guy that can buy time, scramble around, break tackles, and then all of a sudden chuck the ball down the field and make you pay. Just too elite of a playmaker. You just got to find a way to get him on the ground early when you get those opportunities.
He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Let's go. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on 1st down. Still looking on the move. Rolling right and going deep. Grabs it at the 25. got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it.
Touchdown, Badgers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Rush is on him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the catch down the right side. Ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Rides the back. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the football bounds across the sidelines. They'll lose a couple. And the Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, you take care of that football. If you don't, the coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Throws to the back. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Working on the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Badgers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Badgers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got got him downfield. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Smith. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. Turning it on. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing.
He said the season, not today. I threw like 7 today.
Scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter. I'm going to rush the passer like
shit, if I threw 11 picks, I feel like you would have been up bigger than this.
That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Makes the grab. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in front of them.
Quickly complete. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Gonna look downfield again.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Give up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they can't make the connection.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw.
Huge loss on the play. Second down coming up.
And the Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're scaring at 3rd.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They've dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there.
What the fuck?
Defense, it brings up a 4th down. The Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And this punt will be down just on the other side of midfield. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out fast. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. And I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Trying to escape and get it himself. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will
Yeah, yeah, it's just niggas. Is it? Yeah, like no. Nigga said you